My name is Dr. Anna Balog, and I will be your professor in this physical geology 7 weeks long class. The official name for it is Geology 105 V2 Physical Geology. As I said, this is a 7 week long class. Everything is a little bit more compressed than the 16-week class. We have to put everything into 7 weeks. I am here to show you everything about the class, so it will be easy for you to navigate in it. Let's look at the first announcement. It's week 1, which is between August 25 and September 1st. When you click on that, you will see everything you need to do that week in the physical geology class. I want you to really read everything and realize that even if you heard from somebody that Dr. Anna's class is completely flexible, you don't really have due dates, that's not really completely true, because we do have some hard due dates. And it shows up on the announcement every time. We start with the modules, then go to the quizzes if we have any quiz that week. As you can see, we have an I'm Ready quiz, which is due September 3rd. It's a little bit longer than 1 week because people going in and out during the first week. So I didn't want to put some people into like behind situation. The next thing you will have every week is the assignment. If the assignment has a due date, that just means you have got to do it by that date. So like the identity verification assignment is due September 3rd. Then the sustainable development, internet access plus the density lab has no due date. Now the discussion board, again, it has due date, both of them. So you can see that you have to do it by September 3rd. Now, every single thing here is clickable. They are links which you can click on, like the I am ready quiz or the start here, and that's what I'm going to click on first. So this is the very first module, basically just introduction kind of thing. So here is where you have to meet, you're going to meet me. So I click on it. And you will see my picture right here. You see my family. When you read through here, you will know right away why do I have an accent. And you probably realize that English is my second language, not my first one. Then my children, my hobbies. After you went through this, I need you to introduce yourself as well. And I require, when you do introduce yourself, write about this stuff. But at the end, I also want you to embed a picture of you. I don't want your dog. I don't want your pictures. Even if you're in a group, you have to tell me which one is you. I will not teach anybody with no face. So I really need you to embed a picture. And I made a helping video how to do that. You have to do the identity verification assignment. So you just click on it and it will explain what to do. This is the syllabi, and I'm going to open that. As I already mentioned, this physical geology GOL-105 and it's online, so the lecture is via internet, lab is via internet. My office is in the Fralin Center, 318. This is my name. I prefer to be called Dr. Anna, if you don't mind. But if you want, you can also call me Dr. Balog. I do have a PhD, so it is kind of important to me not to be called Miss Balog or Miss Anna. No, it's Dr. Balog or Dr. Anna. When you go to a 4-year college, every professor will be doctor, so it's a good thing to start getting used to it. This is my cell phone number right here. So I do need you to use it if you want to reach out. That's the easiest way to contact me. So don't try to call. If you look up my office phone somewhere, most of the time I don't sit in my office, so you will never be able to catch me there. This is my email right here. Now, this is our communication plan. We have a whole lot of ways to communicate. The first one is the announcement. Remember, I already showed you. You will get it every Sunday night. So by the time you wake up on Monday, it's going to be there for you. And everything is clickable, remember, so you will know exactly what to do the week. I use the grader. I will message in the grader for you. And when you look through your lab, you can correct what I have told you, and then you can submit it and you get a better grade. So that's really cool. And of course, you can message me there too. The messaging, you can just text on that. And most of the time, I will just answer you a couple of minutes, but it's really important that you Every time you text me or email me, you tell me your name and what class you're in. I teach 5 classes. So if you just say, this is Joe, I will not know what Joe you are and which class you're in. So it's really important that you use your full name and then you use your class as well. But I will answer the text really, really fast. But text me at the time when I can call you right back. If it's not a short answer, I like to talk, so I will call you right back, and then you're gonna get your answer pretty quickly. If you decide that you're gonna email me, it's a little bit longer. It's about like 48 hours. You will get answer to your email. And this is really even going through the last 2 weeks when everything is much more busy. So I will still answer my email, but even then the text is much better. You have a better chance to get answer right away. Now we have the discussion forum. There is a module called question and answer forum, and you can ask any general question about the class there. And I will answer to it pretty quickly. Each week, we will have a discussion forum, which is focused on the material we covered during that week. And you will have to do do a low research post. It's 2, 3 paragraph. And of course, you have to put your sources, put pictures, because just without picture, it's not as interesting as when you have pictures in your post. So it's important that not only you post, but you come back and see if anybody asks you a question. After you posted your research, you have to actually go through what the classmates have said and discuss their findings with them. I want to be a vigorous, nice conversation in the discussion board environment every week. Now, if you need an individual office hour or even group office hour, please don't hesitate to ask me. And that is my phone number again. So you cannot say that you couldn't find it because it's everywhere. And you can text me and I'll set up a Zoom session for you. And I also can do group sessions if more than just one person asks the same question. So here is the course goals and objectives. You can just go through those things. And here is how the course is conducted. First of all, we don't have textbook nor lab manual, so it's cheaper for you because those 2 things are pretty expensive, as you know. And there is an OER, which means Open Educational Resources. It's a textbook which is available, and there is the website for it. So if you have problems understanding me or that kind of situation, you can just go there, and basically it's the same material or very similar. Now, we do have a lab kit. I told you we have no lab manual, but there is a lab kit, and I made up labs to the lab kit. So you have to go to the Virginia Western Library. So don't ask me questions about that you went to the bookstore. It's not there. It's in the Virginia Western Library. And you have to go to the second floor, take an ID with you, and ask for the physical geology lab kit. So the course is set to be flexible, as probably you heard or I have already told you, except for some things. Like one of them is I already mentioned it is the discussion board entries, and the other thing is the midterm has to be done at least 1 week before the final. So a day before the final, don't ask me if you could take the midterm. The answer is going to be no. So make sure that you remember this. Now you can finish the class as I suggest in the weekly announcement, or you can do it differently, but make sure that you understand that in the last 2 weeks I'm not available as much as during the whole semester. So you do not want to be procrastinate. Try to do it as I suggested in the weekly suggestion. This is the class procedure. And it's very, very important that you watch YouTube videos because just from the slides, you cannot get the material. You need to watch the videos. Those are like you coming to class and listen to me in the class. So every single segment has to be signed by you. I don't mean to sign it like sign your name, but you have to put like a note under each video segment saying what you have learned from that segment. Okay. You have to write at least 3 things. So you have to subscribe to my channel and then watch the videos and write down 3 things you learn in each segment. The only way you can actually write something to anyone on YouTube is if you have a YouTube channel. If you don't know how to do it, just Google it and you will see it's very, very simple. And then you can just cancel it at the end. Okay, I already told you about the discussion journal. This is the course policies you can read. And then how to be successful. Best is if you have a learning buddy. I mean, I wouldn't be here if I didn't have a learning buddy. So I think it's a very good thing. But of course, some of you learn by themselves. But if you need somebody, just reach out to your classmates. The grading, it's right here. You can read it. Probably nobody remembers what is the participation credit, which is 10%, doing the discussion board entry on time, plus watching the YouTube videos. So I will go out and check who watched each video. If you didn't, then it's 5%, and the discussion board is also 5%. So just know that your activity grade, which is 10% of the whole class grade, is coming out from the discussion board and the YouTube videos. These are the penalties for academic honesty violation. And this is the disability and pregnancy accommodation. So just read through them. And this is Title IX syllabi statement. And also I will put up a statement about using the artificial intelligence. So I will put that into this as well. So please watch that too. And started it with the start here. But the first module you got to learn in week 1 is the dynamic earth. And as you can see, it starts with the module map, which is just summarizes everything you have to kind of read. After the module map, you got the learning material. See? Starts with review questions. The review questions are just for you. I will never check if you did it or not. But if you want to do well on the test, I suggest you try to answer every single one of these questions, okay? If you know the answers to those, you're going to do well on the test. So the learning material. So you have the review questions and then the PowerPoint slides. So you can print that out and then you watch the YouTube videos. You can click on it and it takes you right to the video, okay? And then you have all the assignments you have to do. So for this first week is the identity verification, sustainable development, and the density lab, okay? So if I go into the module, you can see the same thing here. See learning material, we went through that now. And then there are helping videos like Earth atmosphere, for sphere. And then here is the Sustainable Development Internet exercise. You click on it and here is the material. Oh, I have a help video here, but then you can just download this. I'm not going to download it. It is really important that you leave everything there and you just type here. Okay, so you make it there where you can type. So it's very important that when you type it, you're going to use a different color for your answer. So it's easy for me to separate your answers from the question. Okay, this is really important. So please do it accordingly. The last thing in each week is the discussion board entry, and you just have to do it. Like click on it. And at the end, this is just a help video showing you how to embed a picture, and then you reply. And when you reply, you can make a video using the studio video, or you can just type about yourself and then put in the picture, and that's it. So I think I just finished everything you needed to know about. And as you can see, you already have all the modules here. So if you want to go ahead and do faster because this week you have more time, you can just go to the next. You don't have to wait for the next announcement. You can start working the things ahead of time. If you know that you're going to travel somewhere, then you can just do that. Okay? I'll see you around, hopefully. Bye, guys. Good luck in the class. Have fun.